got someone to actually email their senator, who was a customer of that shop, and she got back to him and said, I will co-sponsor this bill. Thank you. That is progress. That is progress.
Yeah.
More progress than standstill traffic. I bet they burned people at the stake for this type of standstill traffic in Salem back in the day.
You think they had Tesla back in the day?
Maybe.
Maybe they burned Tesla drivers on the stake because they said, what are you driving this witchcraft?
No, they probably burned Tesla investors at the stake.
Oh, no way. Tesla shares say otherwise. It's going up.
Now turn left onto New Darby
For
Street.
sure. But yeah, that person, he posted all the right to repair flyers on the window, and he also has it on in front of his store, like on a computer monitor. It's really trying to push the message out there, and it's very, very much appreciated. I know, like, sometimes when you give, there's some people out there.
There's a crazy guy just screaming.
What's he drinking? Oh. Hey, wait a second.
Probably liquor.
He has two things in his hand. One is a cigarette, the other one is
They're coming for
For a
him.
second, I was like, is that a crack pipe? I'm trying to figure out what that guy is smoking. He's like, does he really have two cigarettes in two hands? Am I imagining things?
I can't see from here.
He's smoking something from both hands. I don't know any person who smokes a cigarette with two hands.
How do you have New York City level traffic in Salem, Massachusetts? That's crazy.
Oh, this must be prime real estate over here.
Look at that guy on the corner over there.
That loud guy over there, he sounds like he's from New York.
It looks like he's wiping his ass with his hand.
Yeah, he's definitely from New York. Only the finest go into Massachusetts. Sorry, Massachusetts.
JP said all the assholes you find in Florida are transplants from New York. And I would not be surprised if that were actually true.
Yeah, what can I
Because
say?
all the assholes in his state came from New York.
It's like flooding, you know? You got runoff going downstream.
I wonder if that's the case in Massachusetts as well.
Probably. In order to get to JP's Florida, you got to go through the other states first.
No, like all the assholes in Massachusetts, the people that came from New York.
Not all, I would say, though. It's
This is an interesting road design for crashes.
percentage of them, definitely, yes.
Alright.
In 500
This new
feet,
place has sent me
turn
stuff
right
to
onto
pour, and I think they
Summer
bought
Street.
chips. I'm excited. They were actually very excited. The owner of the whole franchise wanted to be by for today.
Now turn right onto Summer Street.
It's really weird how they have bike paths, but the bike, like in New York City, I'm not saying our bike lanes are good. They're horrible, and they're used as parking. But here, the bike lane is right in the middle of the road. And there was one part earlier where you had left turn, right turn, bike. And it's like, what if I'm a car and I want to go straight? What do I do?
I don't know.
We're in beautiful Salem, Massachusetts.
I have to say, Salem is a very beautiful town.
Really?
Love it.
All these houses look like they're 400 years old.
It has
And they don't have
charm.
400-year-old prices either. Oh, nice. Nice.
Well, it's more affordable than Brooklyn, that's for sure. Brooklyn looks like
I
it
mean-
went through the 400 years with no maintenance.
Yeah, but I mean, here it does too, to some
No,
extent.
it doesn't. No, you can look at the homes around me. It doesn't look that bad. Oh, look at this brickwork
Oh,
over
look
here.
to your left. You have 4 doors.
Oh.
Quarter house.
Oh, this is the inn. I'll give a no vacancy. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Look, brick done right. Brick done right.
Okay, the brick I like. But the shingle
It's a
stuff on the
nice
left
brick.
is just, I don't know. I like the brick ones. I don't like the shingle ones very much.
Yeah. Something tells me the people who did this brick was
What is
not
that? Is
doing
that
the
a
brick in Brooklyn.
is that a church or
Well, I don't know what that is.
a lot of people gathered
I
outside?
wonder if that's some kind of witch tour of sense. Now talking about it looks like a tour guide.
There's a woman wearing a black hat in the middle, and she's dressed in all black, and we're in Salem.
Yeah, I think it's a witch tour. of
Get
some
me
sort.
my unit pack power batteries, Erica.
Why? Yeah, I really think it's some kind of tour guide. history of Salem. Now I'm curious. But yeah, I still maintain. I think Salem's very pretty.
Graffiti.
Yes, it. Ooh, what did they say?
It's
Oh
just
man,
random
I was
garbage.
hoping they'll say something about witchcraft or something.
Stress, migraine, insomnia. Look, there's a store for me over there.
Oh, CBD. Have you ever taken CBD?
Never. What is that? Cannabis something?
Yeah, cannabis.
Never tried.
I think you would benefit from it.
Yeah. Yellow light. I should have spelled
It is
speed.
very calming.
Have you
So
tried
is
it?
kava. Yeah, I have. Once or twice. Yeah.
How'd it work for you?
It was very calming. My friend used to take it for her nerves. She says it worked. It made her very chill. But also some people take CBD oil for pain relief. Or, in my case, for skin issues. But I don't really use that anymore. Every so often I do use it still. CBD cream. Avocin, I believe that's the name. So yeah, this is such a... There's not too much litter here too, and I'm surprised.
Just graffiti.
Yeah, but it's such a small portion. Come on, I take that little square of graffiti over whatever is in Brooklyn.
I mean, you can't compare it to Brooklyn because Brooklyn is just prime cesspool.
Prime cesspool? Prime real estate?
Everything is going to be better than Brooklyn.
Not everything.
Hush, Tessa. I have my foot over the brake, you mofo.
Not everything.
Look, it's a red meme car. Look at this rusting dump truck over here.
Oh,
There's a giant hole in it. I feel bad for it.
it still works though.
I know, but it's rusting. I want to fix his rust.
Okay, go.
I'm unfortunately in the middle of something at the moment, but I feel bad. I want to. Every time I see a car that's rusting like that, I want to fix it for him. I just don't know how to fix that, and I want to learn. I think this has absolutely nothing to do with what I do, but it's the same general concept. It's like corrosion cause damage. After corrosion caused damage, go in and fix. And I know that has nothing to do with like ISL 6259s and jumpers, but my brain just kind of wants to like add flux to his truck and then use a hot air station and then run jumpers.
A giant hot air station.
Yes, like, I want to fix it.
It's like
I see, and I don't know how. I don't know how you service that, but I want to learn the proper way to service that, and
You know
I want
what?
to figure out how you fix that. Just because it bothers me looking at it, like it really bothers me. I don't even want money for it. I just want to fix it, but I don't have the skill for it.
duct tape.
No, it's like rice.
I was gonna say you need a pawl.
How do you fix rust and stuff like that?
I don't know how you
Like,
fix that. That
what is
looks
the
like
proper way you
something
service
an automotive guy would know.
that? What causes that, and then how do you? I'm imagining it
Seal
has
it?
something to do with water.
Yeah, I would say you need. Well, I would say that looks like quite a bit. So unless you weld on a new piece on top, or cut that section off and weld something new, or replace that whole panel, that would be my guess. Maybe sand it off or something like that.
Sometimes I wish I had had more exposure when I was younger to tools and all that kind of stuff.
I was gonna say, Rich Rebuilds, are you in the chat? Can you give some guidance?
My mother would get mad if my dad picked up a screwdriver. I'm not shitting you. Like, if he went into the garage and grabbed a tool, she would get mad and say, put that down.
Why?
She didn't want anybody messing anything up, and she didn't want anybody touching anything that could be used to modify something. It's a very, very do not work on things household.
So do you think that's one of the reasons why you're so for right to repair? Do you think that's why you're interested in repair?
No, I'm interested in it because it allowed me to get out of being broke. And it also allows me a sense of purpose and feeling happy. But I really, I wish I had more exposure to that as a kid, because I kind of wonder if I did, would I be so mechanically challenged as I am now when it comes to, being able to answer these types of questions.
Define as a kid. What age?
Age 5 through 17.
I think with 5 she would be worried or you'll need to be monitored by your dad. She wouldn't want you sticking forks in the light socket or anything.
What I used to do is I used to take rope and put it up the vacuum cleaner to see if it comes out the hole on the other end.
That's probably
I asked
why
my mom. No, I asked my mom if it doesn't. She wouldn't answer. She would just give me a weird look and laugh. And this is probably an Asperger's thing, but I'm like, well, she doesn't answer my question, then the only way I can figure it out is do my experiment. And apparently that hole in the top has no link to the vacuum. That's just what you hang it with. But had she simply told me that, I wouldn't have had to do the experiment to figure it out. But I had to do the experiment to figure it out because I was curious.
I wonder what she would have said. Mom, if I laid a mat. My bad.
Well, no worries. It's not your fault that these people won't let me through. He let me through? He won't let me through. Oh shit, that's a Eugene turn right here. That was a kind of a Eugene turn right there. But at least I was paying attention. I have 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, unlike some giant Silverados. Who's Tom Gould? A lot of people seem to like Tom Gould. Have you noticed that? There's a lot of love for Tom Gould. Look, every other house. This house has 2 Tom Gould signs. Who is Tom Gould, and does he support right to repair? Look, every house. Tom Gould. Tom Gould. Who is Tom Gould? Another one. Tom Gould. Look, Erica. Tom Gould. Tom Gould. Tom Gould. I gotta call Tom Gould.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Pulaski Street.
How do you think Clinton's doing right now? Erica doesn't like Clinton. Erica has exited the chat.
No. I didn't exit the chat. I was saying that I wonder if that your behavior is one of the reasons why your mom just didn't want you around tools. Because she thought, well, what if you have access to it? What if you do something dangerous?
She didn't want my dad to have access to them either.
Yeah, but I think that part of it is maybe she just didn't trust your dad with tools. I don't know how your dad is with tools.
The funniest part was when she said, I don't want you in the kitchen in my house. And he would leave the Plaza Hotel as the first cook. And he would get home and go to cook himself a meal, and she'd say, get out of the kitchen, I'll do it. I don't want you doing that. And he's just laughing. It's like, I cook food for the president, and I can't make my kid a bagel. I feel bad for this rusted truck, I really do. Or rusty
Now
truck.
turn left onto Pulaski Street.
Okay.
Did your dad make a mess?
In 500
No, he always, I mean, he made a mess, but he always cleaned up immediately after. It would look immaculate.
Oh, okay, okay.
It would look like a kitchen from a catalog after it was done.
Okay,
but
then
while he was cooking, it would look like a clusterfuck.
Okay. Then it was unwarranted because he cleaned up after himself.
He always cleaned up, but he made a mess as he was working.
Yeah. that's
However,
fine.
his food
Now
was
turn right onto
his food was
Street.
amazing. It didn't matter what he was making; he always made it taste perfect.
Didn't you say you didn't like a lot of your dad's cooking though?
I was insanely picky, but he would always find
You
a way to
still
deal
are
with even my pickiness. Okay, who will be the kind folk that let me go? Which kind gentleman here? Nope, not you. Not you. I know, you're mad, but nobody wants to let me go.
Do you think your tastes have changed since you were a small child, or do you
To
like
some
around the
extent.
same things?
Okay, here we go. Tom Gould. Look, this house has 2 Tom Gould signs. They like him so much they bought 2, one for each corner of the yard. I gotta Google this guy. I gotta figure out who he is. Also, the power of street signs. Can we get right to repair street signs? What do you think?
What do you mean by street signs? You mean the
I mean lawn
Tom
signs.
Gould?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Not street signs. I'm sorry.
You could.
Is this gentleman in front of me in the Marine Corps? What is that logo?
Looks like some kind of military, but I'm not too sure.
Looks like him.
Eagle, spread wings, kind of sounds like golden eagle, spread wings. So looks like some kind of insignia of sorts. Look at that. Some people on the right, those people have, what was that? I think that's a bull terrier, right? Bulldog, bull terrier, something like that.
What's a bull terrier?
The 2 dogs.
Oh, the stone dog.
Yeah.
Looking at that reminds me of Rich's dog story. That fucked me up listening to that.
Dog story.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, yeah.
The puppy story.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the shingle on the top of that. Does that offend you?
No.
Because it's half. No, because you always say half a color, half a house. That's half of it. Look, they ran out of bricks, so they use shingle for the top, and the shingle's falling apart. See it?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. What can I say? Look at this. Colonial Manor. That looks like it's from the 1800s. AC unit is new in the street.
Look at the wind. Is that a decoration or is that a broken window on the left?
That's a stained glass mirror, I believe. Looks like some sort of golden foil.
It's a really interesting roof. That roof is horribly dirty.
I don't know what it's supposed to be replaced, but it looks like it should be cleaned or replaced by now.
The roof replaced?
Yeah. People actually do maintenance for their roofs. When they clean it, I don't know how you clean a roof. I don't think you pressure wash it, I'm not too sure.
It's an Erica car to my left.
Oh.
Oh, Toyota Corolla from 1999.
Massachusetts 128 South ramp on the right toward Interstate 95, US 1. Now take the Massachusetts 128 South ramp on the right.
I feel bad for the witches that got burned.
Were people who got burned at the stake, were they people who were wrongdoers or were they just people suspected of being witches?
I never looked into it. I never did research
I
on
want to say it was people who were suspected that if they were, I guess, guilty of a crime, of course, you know, dying by a stake, burning at the stake is not the most pleasant experience, but yeah. I remember one time I saw footage of that. Oh, it was something.
Massachusetts. Most of success with his channel.
Yeah, his channel's good.
He's a really cool guy. He's not a douche. I've met people from YouTube before that I couldn't say that about, but I like Rich. What you see is what you get.
It's the same, seriously, guys.
There's no difference.
What I find kind of surprising is like he was saying how some people, they get really pissed off about his views about Tesla, and they start saying things that are, you know, not good, not good at all. I mean, this is stuff you could call the police on, but he doesn't let it bother him, and it just kind of makes me think, like, dang, I feel like people in the YouTube game, people could say things about you, and you just gotta. You either go, you better spend time filing police reports and trying to track these people down, or you ignore it and just leave your life. And I kind of wonder, because there are people out there who make YouTube channels smaller than, you know, my channel, and they might have said something that pisses people off, and then people could say, you know, if I see you or something like that kind of stuff. Makes me a little worried about them. But
in
I feel
1 mile, keep left to take Interstate 95 South, Massachusetts 128 South toward Waltham.
I'm kind of worried because I feel like there could be a YouTuber out there where if they don't have like a security team, or if they don't, you know, they're alone, they could possibly be in danger. Because you never know. Like if you cross the wrong person, about certain views you have or your opinions that you share, even if you don't think it's that big of a deal, you might set someone off. I don't like politics, you know, some people, they get very heated about that stuff. And yeah, or news reporters, I hear about those things too. It's like, yikes, you know, you sign up for a job, you don't sign up for things outside of your work hours. Some people, they have kids, you know, and that must be very traumatizing. Like, I think I remember who was
Now
it?
keep left to take Interstate 95 south.
Tucker Carlson? Tucker Carlson? Tucker Carlson. He had people, I believe, outside of his residence because they did not like him. They were against some of his views. And I'm thinking, dude, he's just, he reports the news. Yeah, you might not agree with his news, but that's no reason to...
He doesn't report the news so much as troll.
Go and talk about this stuff, you know? Like, you don't cross that boundary. You just don't watch. The moment that you try to track down where a person lives and possibly harass their family, that's where you draw the line.
Why do you have a right turn signal on the rightmost lane?
Like, there are some YouTubers that I watch them, and I definitely think they're pieces of crap. I don't agree with them at all. But if I saw them, I would not, you know, I don't write any comment where I say certain, you know, I think you're a terrible person, or I think this, or I think that, you know. I don't send them emails. I just kind of keep my opinion to myself and just move on with my own life. But
I don't chase people down to their home if I disagree with them. Like, I don't think I could ever see myself, if I had Tim Cook's address, standing outside his house waiting for him. There's some things that I'm just not gonna do. It's like, when you go there, it gets ugly, and whatever you'd start doing, they start doing. There's some things that, you know, are just not compatible with a civilized society. But if you believe the person on the screen is destroying civilized society, then it becomes, you know, the ends justify the means.
But it might not just be that. People could say, I disagree with you. If you disagree with me, I get pissed off. You're hurting my ego. Your thoughts are not the same as mine. So you need to be, you know, you need to be taken care of. And I think that's some sick thought process, because everybody is different. There are people out there who don't agree with me politically, and that's totally fine. Even with the pokey poke situation, right? I made my choice. You know, I got my 2 Momo pokey pokes, but other people chose not to do it, and I'm okay with that. I'm like, you know what? That's their opinion. That's their choice, and I don't wish them ill or anything like that. I hope this thing just disappears one day, just fades.
That's what Trump said in April of 2020.
I really know. I think everybody wanted that too, but you know, it didn't happen. Obviously, it's still around. It's mutating, unfortunately, but
It'll be around for a while.
It's not like if I see people, and I do know a few people personally where they, you know, they want things to go how it was before, and I completely understand it. You know, they don't want to get the pokey poke, and I understand that, but, you know, even though we disagree on that kind of stuff, I'm okay with them. You know, I don't hold that one thing and just say, like, you are this kind of person because of that, because people are multifaceted. You could be for it or against it. You could be Republican or Democrat or another party. You know? Just because you have your beliefs lie this way doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you have a low IQ. Some people believe in certain things, other people don't.
Some beliefs, I think, should demonstrate low IQ. Like flat Earth. There are really easy ways to disprove that without being a scientist.
Yeah, I'm not on the flat Earth bandwagon. I've never looked into the whole idea of flat Earth, by the way. I've heard it floating around, but I've never been sure. It's like, are these people memeing or what?
No,
I thought it was kind of sad, because I was thinking, like, is this like flying spaghetti monster
I
kind of
dug
thing?
deep into it a while ago because I thought it was a meme, but then I saw, oh shit, this isn't. I contacted Eric Dubai 3 years ago,
Who's that?
One of the main flat earthers, because I wanted to have I wanted to just ask him a couple of questions and do a live stream. Never got back to me.
You sure he didn't get your email? You should email him again.
I have no interest in it now. I got too much shit on my plate. I was bored 3 years ago. But I thought it would be a good discussion.
Maybe I should look him
I
up.
had some basic questions for him that I was probably stupid for thinking, imagining would get answered.
Did you give him your questions beforehand?
No.
No. I was gonna say, if you're gonna come up with these questions, maybe that's the reason why you didn't answer it. But I'm pretty sure he would have answered it somewhere, no? Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, there's things like that. And yeah, we're all different, but I think ultimately people who just try to do what they believe is to be good in the world. And make a positive change in the world. That's it. But yeah, it's sad when sometimes it's like people share their beliefs and then other people are like, oh, how dare you say that kind of thing? You must be silenced. I don't agree with you. You piss me off. And then they write this angry email and stuff.
Yeah, people that do that, I have a temperamental, fundamentally deep down, my personality is not, it is antithetical to being friends with or dealing with people with that mindset.
Because you have to think about
When
it.
people say that you're being, quote, problematic, or you can't talk about this because when you talk about this, it encourages a certain type of person to talk about something else. It's like, no, I'm talking about what I'm talking about. If somebody else is emboldened because of what I said, no. And I'm like, I'm not going down that road where I can't talk about certain things because of what someone else might do.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a lot of people say my channel is like is promoting anti-vaccine. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Hello.
Hola, este es un mensaje del Servicio de Protección de su concesionario. Recientemente nos dimos cuenta que la garantía extendida de su vehículo se va a vencer y le queríamos dar una llamada de cortesía antes de que se
That's my
vence.
car's extended warranty in Spanish. Because remember it said proteccionado,
I was
some
gonna say,
proteccionado.
oh man, I was gonna say no hablo
español.
Español, my bad. My Spanish is not good, you guys. You can tell I'm American. I'm like, no hablo inglés.
That is some tailgating that truck is doing to that Nissan. Damn. Where was I? Where was I?
I forgot. But no, you were talking about some people that they think you're anti-poke.
Oh, yes. And when the reason that people are anti-vaccine is not because I have said indoor-outdoor dining is bullshit and I don't like mandates. It's because they hate people like you. And if any, this is what I was talking about with Rich yesterday, how Tesla simps may be the worst thing that ever happened to the green energy movement and the movement towards renewable energy and green energy and sustainability going forward. Whoa, that was a nice little... He must have Tesla autopilot. I saw that Lexus, red Lexus. You see that? I think it's going to be because people are going to see that you have simps that are defending a company that sells a $60,000 or $90,000 car that has severe defects and issues with its construction. And they're going to go, I don't want to be like those simps. And they are going to it's then going to become a culture war.
I think it depends. I wanted to say more, but I didn't want to interrupt your conversation with Rich.
Like, you ever see those people that roll coal? Like, you ever see the people that actually roll coal and if they have a diesel engine, they'll just go in front of somebody with a Tesla and just shoot a pile of diesel smoke in them. It's because they hate the way that those people attack anybody who disagrees with them. It has nothing to do with green energy at that point. It's becoming a culture war of us versus them. Of I don't like your personality, so I hate you. So I'm going to do the opposite of whatever you do, and that's where the shit gets really bad.
I think it's a subset, but I don't think too many of those people exist because if you're trying to basically push exhaust in someone else's car, that just makes you look like a jackass. Okay, that's not anything about.
It does, but how many people had to say something really shitty to you before you get to the point where you're like, I'm just gonna do this just to say
not very much.
I think a lot of people voted for Trump because of that. I think they were just sick and tired of people that thought they were better than them telling them how much better they were than they were. And it's like, fuck you. I'm gonna vote for a troll just because just to piss you off.
I don't think so. I think people wanted to have a change. They saw Hillary as one of those status quo people. They didn't see her making a difference, so as a result of that, they said, let me vote for Trump. Let me go ahead and do the wild card thing, take a chance, and he won. And
but a lot of people voted.
It was surprising, but it wasn't surprising when you think about how many people said, "Yeah, I'm sick of what's going on. Yeah, oh, I heard about her email things. Oh, yeah, I know she has so much money that she's spending on her marketing." But it really turned into a grassroots kind of effort. It was concentrated. People were going out with those red hats, you know, proudly declaring that they were Trump supporters, and they voted. You know, they showed up at the polls, and I think that people just said they're not going to make a difference. They can't make a difference because they're all a bunch of idiots, uneducated fools anyway.
Eric.
But they banded together.
I was wondering when that sentence ended. I forgot where the sentence started. I was waiting for it to end so that I could say something. But now I forgot where it started, so I forget what I was responding to.
But yeah, I don't underestimate people for that thing. And yeah, so cult of personality, right? Elon is very magnetic for sure, and I think one of the people love his personality and what he represents so much that even if Tesla falls short, they're gonna say, well, the company is innovative. You cannot say the same for a lot of these other companies who are behind Tesla. Let's be honest here. It almost seems that Tesla has a couple years advantage over other companies. And even if other companies have something, they're still not going to get the level of publicity as Tesla does. Like, I hear about that freaking Tesla bot thing. You know, so it's like free publicity in that sense. People talk about Tesla, then they're all watching to see what happens. And if they deliver, great. If they don't deliver, oh, this happened. But don't worry, Elon. We gotta pray. You know, keep the faith, kind of thing. And I don't think that Tesla fanboys are going to have a negative impact on the EV industry. In fact, I think they're gonna help make people more patient, to be frank.
It causes people to not want an electric vehicle because a lot of people associate his asshole fans and him being an asshole with electric vehicles, or them not being fixed. When an electric vehicle is not repairable, and Rich talks about what makes it not repairable, and all those Sims come out to attack him, then people see that and go, I don't want a Tesla because Tesla people are cunts. Or betas, or, oh my god, this guy cannot drive in the fucking lane to save his life. That guy's almost as bad as I am at driving. Almost. Not as bad, but almost.
Yeah, thankfully, Papa Elon is helping Lewis some days.
There is no Papa Elon here. Autopilot is not engaged.
But yeah, so I think that you have a small number of fanatics.
Look at Rich's comment section. That ain't no small number.
Like, you got a small number of people who are just very much...
People were accusing him of photoshopping the repair bill for the battery that Tesla had. Saying that doesn't cost that much. You're lying. And yet those same people won't call Tesla to ask what that would cost for their own vehicle. I feel like a crash is impending. That Honda in front of me is being too thirsty.
Do you think they don't want to call because they just don't want to put the effort in?
Bro, he has a following distance of like 2 feet from the guy in front of him. No, they hate the fact that you attacked their Lord and Savior.
I gotta read those comments and see what they're saying exactly. But from whenever I read about Tesla fanboy comments, it almost seems like, yeah, there's gonna be screw-ups. Don't be so hard on Tesla. They're really the innovators. And yeah, he's falling a little short, but...
If you paid for a product and it's fucked up, you are allowed to say that you paid for a product and it's fucked up. There's nothing wrong with it. Look at that giant Silverado to my left. Whoa! Fuck you!
What?
Nice try. Nice try.
But yeah, whatever EV vehicles come through, I just kind of I'm curious to know what the marketing effort's going to be. Because I know other people have spoken about cars being released, electric vehicles, like Mercedes, for instance, but nobody really cares about that. Maybe
Because it's all
me.
vaporware.
It talks about
It's
it.
vaporware. Like Cadillac has one on their website, total vaporware. But they have all these cars,
Like
but they're not out yet. Like, no, I don't care about something that's not available to buy. Once it's available to purchase, and not pre-order, purchase, you can go into a dealer, go into a showroom, pick it up, or get it within a few days, then it's real. Until then, it's just not cool. There's a Salem in New Hampshire. Live free or die, or live free or die.
One of the things I'm kind of surprised about Tesla is it almost seems like sometimes they gloss over problems. It's just like, let's not talk about this,
Like
but let's just talk about the new car we have, and let's talk about these features that we've added or features we've removed. And for instance, one of the things that I don't like is when you drive this car, the miles per hour is on the right hand side versus in front of you. Kind of a pain in the ass.
that's
we're
because
so
it would have
used
cost
to-
$8 to put a screen over there.
I almost feel like you can put one of those little removable LCD portable little tiny, you know what I'm talking about? The little miles per hour screens that you can buy off Amazon and hook it up right in front and play it on your windshield or something like that. I'm not a big fan of the right hand thing. I still can't get used to that stupid right hand thing because I look at the speed limit 65 miles per hour over that 47 or whatnot.
I got Erica to park the other day. She drove 2 blocks and parked in a parking lot, and I was so proud of her. She didn't hit a single person. She's gonna do the next drive, the next shot. I'm gonna add it to my insurance. Scared of a piece of a leaf. I just flinched over a leaf. Wow, that was some bitch shit right there.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I don't like about the Tesla seat is, I don't know if you guys can notice, but this freaking headrest is like resting your head on the side of a basketball. You know, it's like you gotta balance, and I hate it so much.
What do you mean resting your head on the basketball?
It's like so small and it's kind of rounded over here.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
It's like rounded, like a volleyball. And then you're like resting it. That's why sometimes you see me like this. I'm like, I don't want to rest my head against the side of a volleyball.
I got my neck pillow.
I know, I got this like over here. I slept with my, I slept after going and washing my hair, so that's why my hair's like this. Could not find a blow dryer, you guys. I don't think our room had a blow dryer.
Had a broken television.
Yeah, I had a broken television. There was no blow dryer, so I was like, hell with it. So my hair looks like this because I slept with wet hair. I washed it. Oh, 5 hours of sleep.
Coil wine. Exit 47 to 48. I hate this exit and old exit sign under it. That's annoying. Why are you changing the numbers of the exits for?
Yeah,
There's no
it's
reason for that.
confusing.
That's bull. glad they know how to make one.
Oh, jeez. Like, can you make the headrest a little bigger?
Well, you could recline yourself, Erica. Have you tried reclining? You're not the one driving, so you have the luxury of being able to recline. It almost goes completely horizontal. You're less likely to go through the window that way, too.
You think so?
Yeah. Speaking of going through the window, look at the car right to my right that is being held together by duct tape and... That is packing tape. That is not even duct tape. That's packing tape. Wow. Crest. Is that Crest Ultrasonics? That would be interesting if that's Crest Ultrasonics. I want to see. That truck says Crest, and it's a school bus that says Crest. Crest Collaboration for Regional Educational Services and Training.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you don't sell ultrasonic devices. That sound was me turning on autopilot. I don't like turning my head to the left or the right without turning on autopilot. Because I always figure if I do this for 3 seconds and I'm driving without looking, there's going to be an accident up ahead. Everybody's going to stop short and I'm going to go out the window. I know that's going to happen, so I am very paranoid about that. I look this way. Do this. If I'm turning my head, autopilot. Damn you, Malibu. Does Chevy make good cars? Is the Malibu and the Impala a quality vehicle?
I don't know.
Or is it just your standard American meme car?
I want to say it's probably no different than other American cars.
Lexus ES350 appears to be a popular and iconic vehicle. I see a Sentra. It's a lawnmower. Silverado and a Colorado. I don't get why they named the car after a state.
In 1 mile, take exit 47 to 48 on the right toward Massachusetts 213. Now take exit 47 to 48 on the right.
Wait a second.
In 500 feet, take the Massachusetts 213 East ramp on the left toward Methuen, Haverhill. Now take the Massachusetts 213 East ramp on the left.
Nice try.
In 1,000 feet, take exit 46 on the right onto Massachusetts 213 East toward Methuen, Haverhill. In 500 feet, turn right onto Pelham Street.
I didn't trust it.
Now turn
Sometimes
right
I just get
onto
the feeling
Pelham
it's about to
Street.
crash into something and I just turn it off. I don't have it in me. I had the level of trust that some people do in the Elon Mobile. One, two. No. Yeah. Would have been nice if he would have let me go. That's wishful thinking. Hello, confused person. Eric is sleeping. That road sign has fallen down. Looks rusty too. No lefts, mofo.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Lowell Street. Now turn left onto Lowell Street.
The easiest fire to put out is the one you prevent. That's at a fire station. Firehouse. Rusty Chevy Silverado.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Hampshire Street. Now turn left onto Hampshire Street. In 500 feet, turn left onto Broadway.
Yeah, don't drive over the line, mofo.
Now turn left onto Broadway.
Whoa. It's my sleepy Erica. I usually go closer to the line, but if people are still able to make a turn, I get scared when people go so far from the line that they end up in this lane. I don't want to get Silverado'd again. Silverado. Silverado.
to take the Massachusetts 213 East ramp.
An interesting little loop-to-loop they have over here. I don't have to care about whether people let me go. Like if someone behind me doesn't want to let me go, or I go to make a turn signal, and when I do my turn signal, the person's like, "You're not going into my lane. I'm gonna speed up so you can't turn." It's like, no, mofo. Nothing you can do about it.
In 1 mile, take exit 4 on the right onto Pleasant Valley Street.
Gotta be in the right lane.
Now take exit 4 on the right. In 1,000 feet, go right onto Pleasant Valley Street. Now bear right onto Pleasant Valley Street. In 500 feet, turn right. Now turn right.
Green arrow.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the right.
I go closer to the store. Eric is tired. We can Not as energetic
In
as she used to be.
500 feet, your destination will be
Oh,
on the
shut up,
right.
lady. Erica's not as nimble as she used to be back in the day. Look at all the skidding in this parking lot. You see this?
Yeah.
Are people drag racing
I
here?
think so, yeah.
I think people are drag racing here in Methuen, Manuthan. Yeah.
What
Look at
is
us.
this? Crumble? Why does that sound so familiar?
Because it's probably a cookie.
Oh!
And you're not getting a freaking cookie. That's no way in hell. What makes you think you earned a cookie?
Oh my god, it is a cookie place.
Get out of here.
Look, it actually is a cookie place.
Yeah, is there a way to lock somebody in a car
Oh my
instead of
goodness.
locking people out?
I'm ready.
There's got to be a way to lock people in a car.
Oh, this is, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm locking you in the car.
Huh?
Oh my god, look at how you woke up for that. Look at this. Look at how you woke up because of a freaking cookie. You're like, I want it. I want a cookie. I want a cookie.
I sensed the cookie. I was like, what?
I swear, you are such a troll.
We wiggled up.
You're like, right to repair. Cookie. Erica has entered the chat.
I know.
Erica has entered the chat. That's all you live for, is a little cookie. All it takes to make an Erica happy is a cookie. Alright, experiment.
Look at that, crumble cookies.
No cookie.
Oh, this is great.
The Experamax is over there. We have a visit on the list. We have a bunch of other places
We
to
also have
cover
crumble
today.
to go to, too.
We have a bunch of places to cover today, so let's get this done.
Yeah. What's that?
Someone from Yahoo Finance wants my thoughts
About what?
on some GameStop thing.
Oh my god, I was gonna say what? They want Reddit user? You want a Reddit user?
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, didn't you just do an interview with Yahoo Finance like a while back?
Yeah.
Reddit user?
So, fucking
Tell him to find another Reddit user.
waste of time. Alright. See you later.